Hello there. Fix this. Okay, I've set this up wrong, but never mind. We'll do it this way, it's fine. Hi, Grand Rising to you too. How are we? Hello, honeybee. So we're going to do a collective on the divine masculine and divine feminine. It's a last minute thing, but I just thought, let's get it out there. It's one of those days. I was going to come and do it later. Hi, Bella. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it now. Who cares? Okay, so the overall energy, I've already pulled the first card, and it's truth be told. As soon as I seen this, I thought, okay, then. So I thought, yes, we've got to see what's going on here, because the energy is truth be told. And I think there's been so much not knowing what's going on. And it's a 14 card, which dries down to a 5, which means change. So truth be told, which to me is, if you've been in that handyman energy and you just don't know what's been going on, that 5 of cups, that very middle of the road energy, we're going to find out something that we need to know today. And then the next time I shall be live will most likely be on the 31st. I might do a New Year's Eve. So anybody, if anybody's not going out New Year's Eve, or you're going to be on your own, I may do a midnight seeing in the new year with those that have got nobody around them. I'm single, I'm on my own, I've only got the children. So if anybody feels that and wants to do, I mean, we can do some live questions, or we can just do a chit chat, whatever, I don't mind. But I'm really thinking about celebrating the new year with the people that are closest to me, and that's you lot out here. You have to excuse my desk. I really need to get some kind of, I did my hair, didn't I? And oh, great, honeybee. I think so many people are going to be out there, and those of us who are in this connection and this spiritual world, it's very much different, isn't it? And it's very hard to it's very hard, isn't it, just to connect to people outside of who going on with what we're going on with. I can't believe I've come live with it like this, but there we go. Right, I'm using I absolutely love this deck. The last 2 days I've done readings. I've put one out about triggers. It hasn't uploaded yet. I've tried to do it for about 4 hours ago. It hasn't quite worked out yet, but we're going to see where it goes. We're going to see where it goes. I've started to pull the oracle cards. Okay. For the divine feminine. It is, yeah. And I think New Year's Eve is one of those days where you really reminisce over the past, and it can be quite daunting. It can be quite... Hi, Dola. Hello, lovely to see you. I seen you the other day on Stonies. Welcome, welcome. So for the divine feminine, we've got why. The questions have been asked why. For the universe is giving us the mending card. So things are mending. 5 and 2, 7. 52. And then for the masculine, co-create. So if anybody's going to be on your own New Year's, you haven't got to be. I'm thinking of coming live. And bottom of the deck, orphaned. I'm thinking of doing the live to welcome in the new year with you lot. My children will be most likely asleep. I can't say that I won't have had a drink. I'm not a drinker, but I shall probably have a toast to the new year in. Welcome those new energies in. So I just thought, let's see what's going on with the connection between the DM and DF. Now, this could be that you've... it could be the divine masculine within yourself and the divine feminine. So this is now, the union has happened between yourself and you feel at peace and at one, which is the two energies coming together. Or this could be you and your person. I suppose we'll find out as we go in. Let's get the book here. Why? We had this card yesterday. The same kind of cards keep coming through. He's been shot. I shuffled the deck about 5-6 times before I even pressed live. So I do know that the energy is... it's kind of lingering, and if the same card comes up, it's because we're not listening, or it's the same message over and over, and it just needs to be what it is. Okay. Let's see. Overall message for the why. Motives driving your intention. The power of knowing why. So the power of why. That lady, look, the book there has got the wings on it. So you for yourself. The you for yourself. Hi, Jojo. What are you doing now? What questions you're asking? You're asking yourself. You're looking deep within. We've got a question mark behind us. So, well, there's question marks up in the sky. There's question. This is quite an intriguing card. It's almost like the foundations to something are being built here. So asking yourself why is the main overall energy for the Divine Feminine. The overall energy that the universe wants to bring in between the connection, whether this is between yourself or a person, is 52. So let's just get a quick review of what that means. If I haven't read the cards before, then I shall read them. But go create and why. We've already had the meanings to those. I read those yesterday. Mending is 52. 39. 51 and 52. You'll have to bear with me when I'm reading it. I've not been reading for many years. It wasn't something that was naturally gifted to me. Okay, mending, forgiveness, making amends and healing after arguments. So the universe is giving you the overall energy of being able to have some time out, I think, for forgiveness, making amends. Each time we are hurt and allow our hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulated an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things that we need to heal. The pain of the memories, the echoes, hang on, let me just turn the page. The echoes of resentment and the arguments that we rehearse over and over in our heads. The healing wounds and letting go of the old hurts. In order to reclaim your power, you need to let these go. Now is time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends with others. Set yourself free. So the energy between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine here is very much on that mending. Oh, look, you've got two people here. You've got one on a spindle and you've got one on a box. And they're making the banners that are on all of the top of the cards. Yeah, PJs is all the way with me. PJs, it's one of those days. I'm quite happy in my skin, so I don't mind being on here in all my glory. There we go, look, there we go. All glory, no makeup, no filters. It is what it is. And for the Divine Masculine, he's got go create. Or the other half of you, whatever you want to, but I'm just going to class it as Divine Masculine, go create. So that's 40. Let's get the main knowledge of these. I will get there eventually, so, you know, bear with me. 44 and 30. So where's 40? 40, 40. 32. Why am I going from 30 to 40? There's 44. No, I'm not. It's 34. You absolute knobhead. I would help if I could read properly, wouldn't it? 39. 40. Let's co-create. Creativity, art, introspection, fruition, and manifestation. So the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine here is going through a period of stepping into his inspiration, manifesting things. Connections of the heart serve to inspire you. Opening up to your new ideas, you will have the outcome that you want of your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by the experience that you've been through and seeing yourself in unexpected ways. So Divine Masculine's in that introspection time and probably realising what's going on. The overall energy of the reading today is the Truth Be Told card. Truth Be Told, 14. That's the one that we first got. That's the 15 card. So the overall energy of what is going on between the two right now is 14. And that is the Truth Be Told. This is where I thought, when I seen that card fly out, I thought, okay, let's see what the truth be told is. We all want to know what the truth be told is, because a lot of us are in the dark, aren't we? Honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, and the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. So this is both parties, or the energy between the both parties, having clarity and transparency, having the willingness to really open up coming out of a denial phase. So this could be the female coming out of her denial phase for where she has to be and focusing on where she should be going. And this is the divine masculine coming out of his denial phase, understanding that he now has to face reality. Don't worry, Shirley, I've only just started, my darling. Having to face his reality. So this is kind of like a bit of a, oh darn, I've kind of, I see where I've gone wrong. I've seen the error to my ways. And this is why we've had to be in this pause and reflect energy as far as I can see. So the truth be told is what the truth of the matter is here. Okay, let's see what the divine feminine, what's the divine feminine wanting to know and why? Because that is her card. Why? Which is a typical feminine thing, isn't it? We want to know everything. Why? Why is this happening? Why are you doing this? And the masculine energy is very much that creating, wanting to make things happen. So if your divine masculine's been out there doing his own thing and running away from responsibility or anything, this very much seems like he's understanding where he's gone wrong, and he wants to now co-create, not even for you, but for himself. He's seeing the introspection of where life is right now. And this is what's happening while we're in this pause and reflect stage. Okay, divine feminine, why? Comes out with a 9 of cups. 9 of cups. The universe mending. Oh, 5 of wands. This came out almost in reverse, sideways. So this is great, because if you're mending things, this is the battle, isn't it? This is arguments. This is confusion. This is not listening to other people's points of view. I did say in the beginning, it's very 5-y energy, isn't it? So we're coming out of that, the understanding of something. So the universe is bringing this in. So it's taking you out of the energy. So at the moment it's sideways. It wasn't upright. It wasn't upside down. Upside down is just not wanting to face it. Being up in the upright is having the arguments. So this is looking at why, which very much makes sense to me, especially with the co-create with the masculine. So what's the masculine's energy around this co-create right now? 6 of swords sideways. So your masculine could be thinking whether you've emotionally walked away or he's ready to emotionally walk away from something. So if your divine masculine is stuck in a situation that he's been entangled in, or an attachment, there's emotional walk away. This could be having to emotionally walk away from the idea of who you were, if you've put your boundaries up, or who you used to be. Or who he used to be, emotionally walking away from pain that he's been held inside. Let's clarify this 9 of cups for the feminine. Justice is coming in here. So why did you say the things you said? Why have you gone down this journey? Why have you had to go through the pain and healing? Because you had to be understanding of how to feel your own cup and be in this process of self-happiness here. This 9 of cups is somebody who is very joyous and embraces things, and it just got that ebb and flow about them, and it's just very emotionally connected to who they are. Justice. This is also because for such a long time, I think you didn't feel like this. You was very much in that 5 of cups energy. And I picked that up at the beginning of the reading. So I think because you've come out of the understanding, and you now are questioning why you went round this, the answer here is why you went round this is because you had to find the beauty in yourself, and justice has had to be served here. So you're in a happy place about who you are and what you're doing. Divine masculine, 7 of swords. No, sorry, the universe, 7 of swords. So the universe is mending anything that was in a deceitful energy. Look, the deceit, the betrayal, the liar, cheater, thief energy. So the universe is mending this. The universe is allowing you to put down your burdens and allow clear communication for you to understand why this happened. This is for you and the divine masculine. So now he's probably in the introspective looking, thinking, I understand that maybe my divine feminine was quite defensive towards me because I was a liar, cheater, thief, or my energy of what I was doing was creating a lot of confusing energy, and she had her back up, and that created a lot of arguments between the two of us. The liar, cheater, thief. You might have had an illusion. See, with the justice here, look, she hasn't got to see what's going on, but she's got her eyes covered. So you might not have never necessarily seen all that's been going on. The lying and the justification of this, or where the divine masculine's been. You could have been lying to yourself about a connection, and the line and the divine masculine could have been lying to himself as well. The realization of the liar, cheater, thief card is here. Divine masculine's got Knight of Wands. So is emotionally walking away from something and passionately moving towards something else. Okay. So the divine masculine is passionately walking away from the Knight of Wands. That fast-moving energy. Come on out and shut the door, please.
Can I have a chocolate?
Yes, you can have chocolate out of the fridge. Shut the door, please. Close it properly. Let it click. Close it. Thank you. Sorry about that. He wants chocolate. He knew I was on live. He done that on purpose. Little bugger. Okay, so divine masculine is passionately walking away from, no, is walking, emotionally walking away from something because he knows he has to leave something behind. And in the process of knowing this, he's passionately moving forward to another emotional fulfillment, a new start, a new emotional cup that he wants. He knows where he wants to go, and this is going to take a while. We've got 6 moon cycles here, so this could be something that is going to happen over the next 2 or 3 months. So although he knows where he's got to go in his head, there's a lot of things that he knows. The first card and the first hurdle is emotionally walking away from something before he can passionately move forward. Divine feminine, what's this justice? Where are we going? Okay. So finally, you have reached an element in your life where you are now really understanding who you are. You might be getting some kind of acknowledgement for the work that you've done. The universe is going to bring in. So why did you have to go through this? Why? Because if you didn't, you would have never have found your self-containment, your self-happiness. Justice has now been brought in with the scales of justice. And victory is yours. So you're in this very much energy of, yours is very light. The masculine's is very actiony doey. So you're in your self element. While you're working on yourself, the universe is working, because you're both in that element of working on self. The process of what's going on in the connection of separation, all of those things that was wrong in the connection, or wrong, if you want to put it on the masculine's head or the feminine's head, or what was wrong within the connection, is being healed in between here. Let's clarify the 6 of Swords. Let's clarify the 6 of Swords. Judgment, yeah. So the judgment call. The universe is calling judgment on this, because things have to be mended. So the masculine, if he wants to come into his feminine, he has to emotionally walk away from something and mend the connection, mend the energy of where this went wrong. Take this however resonates, whether it's both, whether you're feminine or masculine energy, it makes no difference, but your person. So that the energy has been mended, because there was a lot of lies and deception. There was arguments, and judgment had to be called. So the universe could have taken this person down a path to make sure he had to separate you while this happened, because I think whilst the connection was still very much active, or he couldn't have healed, and the same way you couldn't have healed, you're focusing on yourself, which has really made the masculine transform here and emotionally walk away, or know that he has to emotionally walk away. So he understands, to be able to go create something new, I have to emotionally walk away from something that's kept me held back in the past. And after this has happened, then I can passionately move forward, quickly passionately move forward. And I want to move forward into this overcup, this love of this overcup. I can't even get my words out. This cup of emotional overflow here. I'm not even saying it right, but never mind. Retrograde must be hitting my mouth. There we go. Bottom of the deck. What is this all in connection with? This is all in connection with the 3 of Swords. Some heartbreak and betrayal that happened between you. This has been a very hard lesson for you both to learn, but a lesson that had to happen. So heartbreak and betrayal. Eight of Cups, emotionally walking away because somebody was a bit of an in and outer, weren't they? So why? Underneath what you don't see happening, why this has all happened. Love and light to you too, Jojo. Thank you, Tattoo State. And you, my darling, stay handsome, stay beautiful. So the Three of Swords energy. There had to be that big emotional walk away, didn't there? That's why. Because somebody was too in and out. Somebody was that very much flighty energy. And because you kept allowing them to come back in, whether that was just by message, they could have just been coming in to see if you was just there. Like, have I still got a hold over this person? Because they weren't in their highest divinity and you were still in that low grade of being small and not elevating up to know your self-worth. And this journey or this separation that's happened, come on out please, I'm working, thank you, has really pushed you in the energy of creating some kind of stable, balanced emotional energy that is created around you. And by cutting off this masculine energy, you have created him to have a look over to himself and at the situation of the past. And the universe is mending this connection by you two being separated. By dealing with your own bullshit, he is now having to look at his own, because the energy of the whole reading is the truth will be told. And this might not necessarily come in a communication way from them. If you look, the truth has opened up the cage in his heart and these leaves are falling out. So this is you've had to find out the truth from self. And I said the fives was a big thing here, wasn't I? And that's why, because the 14, the 4 and the 1 derives down to a 5. So the energy has been fixed and corrected because you have now fixed and corrected your focus. And I think the biggest thing with a twin flame energy, whether it's about your person or yourself, is this person would have made you do anything for them. No, correction. You made yourself do anything for this person. This person came before you. This person was the utmost, it was everything in your life. And you would never, ever have fixed or healed yourself in the beginning of this journey if somebody said, heal yourself because it'll make you better. Because it's not even an obsession. It seems on the outside like an obsession, but when you have a soul connection that is so strong as like a twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine, because they are you and you are them, you think about them in its entirety. There is no you. And this is the toxic part of the twin flame and how it starts, which is why when they leave, you feel like everything's gone. You lose every part of yourself when they go. This connection and this realization and this amount of healing, I don't care whether it's 10 months, 10 years, 15 years. So healing can take as long as it has to heal. But we are now in a vortex of going really into this higher energy, and it's been really shifted with the energy that's coming around from the universe, which is why now overall this is happening at such a fast rate compared to what it has happened. I've been on this journey with my masculine for 12 years, 10 years in the low vibrational energy. For the first 2 years, everything was kind of okay, honky-dory, although I think I was more blinded. It probably wasn't. But the real problems hit 10 years ago. So it took 10 years to get here. But having the understanding of the journey has took me that long to get to this point. We are all at the same point at the same time now, which is because the mass grand rising has all pushed us all up to learn, and the downloads and the energy and the changes, and we're all listening to our intuition. Now we are all understanding that we are the most valuable person in our lives, and whatever they do, I'm with an open heart. I can love you, but I don't have to have you in my life, which is something that a lot of people haven't been able to get to. Exactly. We've done now a lot of self-reflection, because I think now the journey of the twin flame has come away from getting your person to being your own person. And I think that's where it had to go through that gradual decline away from your person to yourself for you to really get the best focus. Because on the beginning of the journey, it was always about them. It is obsession. It is an obsessive feeling. It is an obsessive, I want, I need, where are they? I feel lost. I feel smothered. And you have to go through that dark night of the soul. And sometimes if you can't see a light out, they can last years and years, and then all of a sudden something will happen and the light bulb moment will happen and it will click and you will think, oh, okay, I'm doing this journey is about me healing. This journey isn't about the other person. And the closer you get to walking away from the energy and only fixating on yourself because you are the most important person in your life, that's the exact moment your person says, oh, God, hold up, wait a minute. All these years, I've had her focus, I've had her energy, and now she's cut me off. Well, I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to co-create. Oh, now you want to co-create. Why do you want to co-create? Well, you walked away from me. Yeah, I know I did. Why? Because there's too many damn freaking arguments. And you was a bloody liar, cheater and a thief. And there was never no justice in the relationship. Judgment had to be called. The universe had to say enough is enough. And they did everything, and the universe did everything in its power to split us up. So now you want to co-create. Now the masculine wants to co-create. But in order to co-create, he really understands now that he has to walk away from something. He can't walk away from these lessons that he's had to learn, these swords, this pain, this betrayal, this heartbreak, all this. Like, he can't walk away from that. But he has to take it with him in a lesson. But he's walking away, emotionally leaving a situation to go to another one. So he understands to be able to come and co-create with you, he has to emotionally detach, walk away, and it's going to create a lot of burdens in the meantime. So this could be 6 months, because each sword could represent a month here. So within 6 weeks or 6 months, this energy could really come in. It depends how quick you go into your higher grand rising, and if the grand rising works, then it could be 6 weeks. So I'm calling the middle of February at its longest, beginning of February, middle of February. That's when retrograde is here, or just passes over. Retrograde finishes, I think it's on the 14th of February. So if I call the 14th of February, roughly there, if we can carry on focusing on us without deviating and without going down those slums where we have done, just like the masculine, when we fall down, he falls down. It's an energy, the energy is completely mirrored here. He will then passionately move forward, because only then he knows that that passion of moving forward is going to give him this. But you see, there's attachment issues to the situation where he's at the moment. He's attached to something. But the universe says, this had to happen. We had to separate you, because there was too much heartbreak and betrayal between the two of you. And we had to allow you to emotionally walk away, because this energy of in and out just wasn't good enough. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy for either one of you. And the truth in this needs to be told. And the truth is here to be able to be gained. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Let's grab another deck. Okay. Universe, what's coming in after this judgment? What are you bringing in? 3 of Pentacles. So a time of building. There has to be an energy of building this between the two parties here. The universe is going to put something in place. Knight of Cups. So somebody has to build on this offer, maybe. 7 of Pentacles. The Emperor and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of Cups. Twice you've had the 9 of Cups. So the universe is saying here with this connection, the Knight of Cups has had to go back and take a peaceful look at what's going on. And be confident in knowing that when he comes in, there's going to be this Page of Cups offer. A Page of Cups. Now, that could just be an apology. But for you to accept this offer, You have to be open to it. And the only way you can be open into it is to face your fears in the meantime. Okay, so what have you been doing? The Magician. So you've had to transform this pain into lessons, which allows you to let it go. Let the burdens go. Yeah, look, see, the Five of Cups, that left out in the cold energy. You've understood that sometimes it's better to be left out in the cold, because the cold truth is sometimes everything that we need to hear. The cold truth makes you understand. I would rather walk in the cold by myself than stay in a home that wasn't a happy home, wasn't giving me what I wanted. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, it wasn't giving you what you want. It wasn't balanced. I'd rather be out there in the cold than living in a connection where it wasn't balanced. I want to be with somebody. Yep. So you went into hermit mode, the transformation, exactly. And we had that with the Magician. Look, you understood the transformation hit you. And you would rather be in the cold than be in a connection with somebody that wasn't of equal balance. And you went into hermit mode. You followed your inner light. You followed that light, that voice from your intuition, from the universe. The universe set your path. Look, see, there's the snow. Look. You emotionally said, okay, I'm going out in the cold. I would rather be on my own because the pain of being in this connection is too much. I'm cutting you out. I don't want this no more. And if I never get you back, then I will happily love you from a distance. You've walked a long mile and you've now come to the reach of the end, and you was at your end of your tether. You was ready to jump off. You're ready to get off the journey. And universe and source came down and lit this little light. Do you trust me? Do you trust your intuition? Can you believe in me? Can you let me follow? I will do, Shirley. Will you follow me? Just like Jesus followed the light the day that baby, no, the Mary and Joseph followed the light the day baby. They didn't know why, but they knew that there was something, they had to follow that light. And it was almost like that. The moment you was ready to give up, the light shone. And you went into this hermit mode. And this hermit mode is the point of deep healing. And that deep healing shone a pathway for you, because you wasn't going to have this Six of Pentacles energy anymore. You didn't want this no more. Yes. Knight of Swords. And what's that brought? Somebody who's willing to be in the Knight of Swords energy. In the past, you wouldn't have spoke your truth to your divine masculine for fear that you might have left, fear of hurting him, because you needed him. Whereas you don't now. And if you have to speak your truth, then you will speak it. You will take on that energy of the Knight of Swords. And you will be very confident in who you are. And even if they left now, because you spoke your truth, would you get out that seat? Hell no. Because I understand my lessons. I understand my worth. And I will not get off my crown. I will not take my crown off. I will not get off my throne. Because I am a queen. I am confident in who I am. I do know my self-worth. I do know that I have everything that I need to passionately give somebody. And I will cut you out if you come at me wrong. Why? Because you've had a complete change of perspective. You sat in your own emotions for long enough whilst the universe put you in this hermit mode. And you've learnt the true value of who you are. Because in the past, your person was all you valued, and now you value yourself, and the Magician has came to transform the energy of who you are. This is why. There's your why. Why did this have to happen? Here's your answer, Divine Feminine. Because if it wasn't for this journey, you would have never have put yourself first. You would have always second-guessed, am I good enough? Why does he leave? Why does he keeps going to these other women? Why does he choose somebody else? Why did he have to do this to me? Whereas now you're not going to ask why. It isn't about what he's doing. You know your worth. Exactly. You now have boundaries. And not only do you have boundaries, you are quick to enforce those boundaries. because you're very confident, because now this healing process of looking at things from the other direction, you've changed your complete mindset. Shirley, you're funny. High five to the face. I seen that comment. I just couldn't reply to it while I was in the flow. So this process, what's this process taught the divine masculine? So we know why the universe has made this happen, and we know what's happened to you. What's happened in this energy to make the divine masculine now turn up and want to co-create? What's happened? Let's have a look, an in-depth. Let's get a bit bigger in-depth look at this. Oh, okay. Because the cycle ended. So by you cutting him off, the world card, 12-12. You doing the best for you is the one. 2 in a connection of 2. So your divine masculine had to go through a cycle, had to go through something without you to understand what it was like to have really had you. To understand that the victory he wants is with his Empress. I told you pulled up the Emperor card. But karma had to be paid. So your divine masculine has been facing a hell of a lot of karma because of the things that he's done to his divine feminine. And he's had to go through a cycle, the ending and a beginning. Before he can get victory with his Empress, he has to face karma. Because the third party energy has always been involved in this. And he's had to learn that. He's had to learn the only way he can have his Empress is to emotionally walk away from a situation. She's funny, isn't she? And it's going to be, and this is a speaking walk away. So somebody's got to try and find the courage to walk away and verbalize this. This is not, if this is not within 6 weeks, it could be within 6 months. There's a 6 swords then. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I'm saying it for a reason. And the karma, you see, this masculine in the past, because he was only a Knight of Cups in and out, he has to reach that element of wanting to be an energy of love, and he has to find his feminine side. He really has to connect with the feminine energy of emotion and his heart. And I think they've always run away from emotions because emotions was too hard for them to deal with. So this process of you separating has really opened up somebody's emotional side. And that's the point that this had to happen. You had to find your hard self-centered side. And self-centered, believe me, is a good thing, because that's where you find your worth and all the rest of it. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. And by doing that, that's allowed, because you haven't been filling his cup up, he's very much emotional out you, because he needs that love and always has relayed on that love, which is why I didn't think he had to change. Why should I? I feel all right. I'm doing all right. Okay, so I might hurt you. I can apologize and I can come back. But he's never really deeply, hiya Julie, he's never deeply connected to the emotional side. And now he is. And that can only come when karma hits him. Karma has to hit before he can emotionally connect to the feminine side of his heart to allow it to open up. So that's a trauma and a journey in itself for a lot of divine masculines, because they shield their heart. They put defense mechanisms up and work from a very low vibration to stop their emotions coming out. Because this could have been some issue with a connection between his mother. This could have been a connection that, okay, Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Okay. Oh. Okay. I feel here, if this is the divine masculine having to connect to his emotional side, because the woman in his life as a child wasn't able to show him that very true emotion, which is why he didn't know how to emotionally connect to you. He's had to find some kind of new stability and understanding to something Something that in the past he didn't have a visual on. Eight of Swords is not having an understanding of your mind, and your emotions have blocked things out. So there's an anxiety connected to opening up his heart, and he understands that maybe he has to emotionally walk away from something and then take that journey. So this could be an issue with Divine Masculine's mum, which is the Queen of Cups energy around him. He might have to cut her out and emotionally walk away from the anxieties attached to Pentacles to be able to reach his emotional side. There's a lot that's going on with the Divine Masculine still. Yes. So he's got some options here, and the High Priest is here. The illusion surrounding the connection. He probably thought you was always going to be there. And that failed, didn't it, miserably? Why? Because you decided to go on a new journey. The Wheel of Fortune struck, you listened to it, and you followed it. And because you did, you left this masculine to his knees. You walked away from something. You walked away from him. And there's a whole new beginning coming in. A whole new beginning. A whole new start. A whole new chapter. You didn't just start a new chapter. You started a whole new damn book. And this masculine thinks he's been left out of this book because you're happily manifesting things, living your single life. He could be worried that you're going to go and start something with somebody else. But he's willing to battle for this Ace of Cups with you. Just got to find the strength to passionately move forward and make the decision. But he's in healing mode, look. All up in his head about somebody that cut him out. And he knows the only way he can move forward is to deal with the burdens, because he wants to move forward to the castle in the sky. He wants to move forward. And he understands he has to make a choice. But it's a choice that he wants because he wants his happiness, and right now he's all up in his head. You could be his wish fulfillment. This could happen February. What did I call? February. Aquarius card. The Aquarius card. I said the 14th of February or thereabouts, the end of retrograde. And for me, that is where his intention lays. I'm not sure why it is then, but that's twice now that's come up for me. February, middle of February is where it's called. So you could be getting confirmation of that, or he may try and come in at that point. There is something to do with the connection around the 14th of February. I'm not sure what that is for. I did start my... Well done, well done. Following your bliss, following your creative side is going to help you get the energies out of you that has been holding you down. So the answers to why are now answered. The universe put this person in your life because without the pain that this person has brought to you, you would never have asked, why do I keep going round in circles? Why is this happening? Why do I have to put up with this bullshit? And he wouldn't have learnt, I want to co-create with this day. Valentine's Day is on the 14th of February. Yes, Monica. And for me, this is when the energy is really going to hit the Divine Masculine this year. 2022 is the energy of 6. Balancing things out. And the balance has to be reconnected. It has to be put into balance. You're already in alignment. Yes, I think Shirley should share us some poetry. I don't mind reading it on the channel if you want to share some poetry, Shirley. I'll happily do that for you, my sweetie. Even if you want to write it down, I'll share it on my community page. Get it out there. It might help somebody. Hi, Cynthia. Hiya, Cynthia. Right, now I'm going to do some love messages. Now we've got the understanding of why We're now coming out of 2021, walking into 2022 with a clear understanding of, we know why we've been on this journey. We understand now that without the pain, we would never be who we are now. And if you have really followed your healing path and you followed your intuition, you will know more than anybody how grateful you should be to this divine masculine, because without him, the lessons wouldn't have been learned. The pain wouldn't have been felt. The intense connection would never have pushed you to heal the burdens of the past generational cycles and the limitations that was put upon you by everybody and everywhere else. That's it, honeybee. New Year's Eve. We're having a live New Year's Eve party, all of us. Please come along. For those who are single, whether you're not, but then again, if you're not single, you're going to be with your person. But rather than being on your own New Year's Eve, sitting there waiting for no messages to come in if you're anything like me. My man white phone and that's about it. Then come and join us. Come and join us here. And if you're in it, then I might even throw, like I say, I'll do a few cards for everybody. I'm happy to do that. Yeah, the snow's melting now, is it, Penny? So if you come and join me on the live for New Year's Eve, I'll happily draw a few cards as a personal one-on-one. You just have to do it over here. Yes, it is a privilege. And it's more of a yep. Put my false teeth in. I don't know what's going on with me today. It is. It is. We all have to get to that point of knowing. Okay, love messages for the collective. Love messages for the collective. So is anything that is wanting to come through? What should we know at this time? Just to give us a bit of warmth in that heart. Well, you won't be lonely anymore, my darling. You're more than welcome to come and join us here. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You're single as a Pringle. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. Oh. So stay optimistic. Retreat into yourself. It is time to now disconnect from the world. You don't need to know what's going on. Don't let the vibrations that are going out there, all the low vibrations are going to hit. There's going to be a lot of sadness that hits the universe, hits the world. And in this time, we have to try and stay as high vibrational as possible. So turn off your TV. Don't buy a newspaper. Look the other way when you see something coming. It's okay knowing it's happening, but now is not the time to be focusing on it other than what's going on with yourself. Come away from any burdensome connections or relationships or anything that's happening around you. Don't get involved in anything that isn't to do with your world and your highest good right now, because having a lower vibration is going to really affect you. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So stay in that high vibration. Flirting is going to come in. Be happy and flirty in that childlike energy. Don't get too serious about anything. Don't let things get you bogged down. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I think this new person could be you. New love. I think you found a new love for yourself that you never had before. And I heard a very wise woman say once, I don't want to fall in love with anybody. I want somebody to come and share my love with me and fall in love together that way. Somebody has to come and share my love that I have for myself. They have to come in to me because I am very much whole. I do not need the love of anybody else because the self-love I have for myself is all I do need. And to get to that level of giving. Hi, Dan. Hi. How are you, sweetie? In order to do this, you have to let go of control issues, which is what we've done. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So over the next 6-7 weeks, you're really going to be in that energy of almost not knowing, but we know what's going on. So don't let the fears drag you back in. And all you have to do is let go of the control of how this is going to come in. I'm on the UFO. Great. I used to watch Gaia all the time. They have some amazing things on there. And yes, Cindy's in Tennessee and she's been telling me how it's lovely over there as well. So letting go of control issues will help you in this love connection that is going to come in for you. In the effort, great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. Getting to know each other. Bottom of the deck, engagement. To be able to engage with this person, there has to be an element of freedom. And the only way you're going to get that freedom is through forgiveness of yourself and of the connection. And that's why I think this mass healing, this grand rising is really all in play now. Let's get a couple of questions. Okay. So maybe think about a question. Think about something. Let's see what the answers are. I'm gonna pull 3 answers. So think of a question, and I'm gonna give you what the cards are gonna say. Think of your question. What is an answer that you need to your question? Question 1. The answer is yes. So whatever the question is, whatever you was just asking, the answer is yes. Your answer is yes. It is freezing here, I know. Second question. Think of your second question. What is the second question you wish to ask the cards regarding this connection or yourself? What is your second question? And the answer to that second question. You ready? There's going to be a peaceful resolution. Your first answer was yes. Second answer, peaceful resolution. Hey, Ray. Oh, third question. What is your third question? What is your third question? Got it? The answer's no. And the universe wants to say, if you believe. Well, thank you, Cynthia. I think highly of her too. Thank you. So there we go. There we have it. Your answers have been answered. Your questions about why you've been around this. I think now everybody's very much clear about why they had to go on this journey, why this had to happen, because without it, you would never be the person you are today. So even through pain, if you can have a love for somebody, even after they've hurt you, by realizing that you've become a better person because of the pain, that's the transformation of healing. And that is what we have. Okay, let's get a couple of, we'll get one. Just one question. One question for the Divine Masculine. I only use these. Love you, Mama. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you too, my sweetie. I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for you. My daughter's in the house. My daughter is in the house. My one and only. Prinny. Okay, so if your Divine Masculine could say anything to you right now, or what is going on within his heart, what is going on, and he could give you that one message, what would it be? What is that one message? Okay, are you ready? I will wait for you for 1,000,000 lifetimes. This has got the feeling that your Divine Masculine thinks you've gone. He thinks that he's completely lost you now, which is the only way that you're going to ever know. if he's going to fix up or whether that's the end of it. Because something that's meant for you can never be taken away, ever. But the Divine Masculine doesn't know that, do they? But we do. So that's how we're going to leave the reading. I will wait for you for 1,000,000 lifetimes. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you on the next live in, not tomorrow, the next day. What day is it today? 28th, 29th, 30th. So yes, I'll probably do a, if I don't do a live in 2 days, then I will be here for New Year's Eve. So everybody come join us New Year's Eve. If you're on your own, if you're single, if you're missing your loved one, if it's going to get too much. I know it's not nice when it's New Year's Eve and everybody is out there doing their thing with their people. And on this journey, we don't really have friends and people, do we? So we are going to embrace the new year by being in our circle here. It is good. Healing is such a magnificent form. And without it, we would never be where we'd be able to get. Great. I'm so happy. So get your glasses. I love you too, Shirley. Get your glasses of beer or champagne or whatever it is you drink. Get your jammers on. Put your lippy on. And I will see you New Year's Eve. Adios, amigos. Plenty of love. See you soon, ladies. See you New Year's Eve. Oh, by the way, there's a triggering video gone out. So if anybody's getting triggered or if you're watching why somebody else has got something and you haven't, this happens a lot on the unit. Why is their Divine Masculine coming and mine isn't? If you're getting triggered, why haven't I got where I want to get? Don't worry. There's a video that's gone out and it should be uploaded anytime now. I've been waiting for it to upload since this morning. Trigger warning there. If you need it, watch it. If not, chunk it, release it. Thank you, Cindy. That's your saying. Love you, love you. Speak to you soon. Bye.